Okay. Alright, let me see if I can get in the room real quick and I'll send you an invite.
So we are theoretically live, right?
Yep.
Like we are. You do halftime.
Come on. Let's go.
Forget which game it was. I was looking at max preps for Weimer's first 2 games, and they only had stats for one of them, but in that game they attempted 3 passes.
Oh, jeez.
They do not pass the ball. They just run. It's very boring. Don't like it. I want to see that West Coast. 40 passes a game. No huddle, 4 wide spread.
Okay, let me see what I can do here. Stand by.
That works. That's good. Yes.
Yeah.
Move on.
Okay, there we go. Okay. Ron, nice. Mitchell, Mike, JB, Susan, Brad. What is your email address? Gmail?
Andrew.wson20.02.
WSON?
Yeah.
20?
.02 at Gmail.
.02 at Gmail. Friday the 14th. Okay, you should be getting an invite.
Cool.
Manning with a big swing in the hammer. Bring the heat. Claymire around the bend and a kill for Kristen Claymire, the senior leader.
And a creative celebration dance by the Lake Travis bench.
Going everywhere here tonight for the Cavaliers. Real on the serve, everybody scrambling. A heat-seeking missile of pain. Sasha the Slayer. Here comes Hamilton. And gets the kill in the cut. Attack chance for the Cavaliers. Akron with the set. Erie with the kill! Yes! Takes set 2!
Yes! Wow, there is no denying Claymire tonight.
Erie with the swagger and the dagger.
The Cav Dome is rocking, Mike.
Hit again by Wheeler. Wheeler in the sky keeps on turning. Woo! And when you come into Lake Travis, welcome to Block City.
This is Lake Travis Lady Cavaliers Volleyball on KMAX Sports, the undisputed leader in high school volleyball broadcasting. And now, here's your broadcast producer as well as the voice of Lady Cavaliers Volleyball, Mike Youngblood.
Cavaliers!
Carson Hempel back to serve.
And here we go, Carson Hempel sends it. Here, 24-21, potential match point. Hit on the left side by Campbell. Game! Match! Cavaliers win! Cavaliers win!
Gosh!
Fans are listening to Lake Travis Cavalier Volleyball on KMAX Sports. We are broadcasting live here at James Bowie High School. Your Cavaliers on the road tonight after a major win the other night against Westlake. And, well, you pick up the hammer and you start swinging again as the Cavaliers make the next trek up the mountain against a young and upstart Bowie team that's playing a little better ball as of late. And Cavaliers going to have to find their energy on the second bounce this week as, hey, that's an emotional week. That's a big win. That's tough to really come back from. And, you're going to turn to your senior leaders to try to take you right back up the mountain once again and come out and play some good ball tonight. So my name is Mike Youngblood, joining you once again. Bobby on assignment tonight, and he'll be flying solo. I want to give a shout-out to Les Cleary, our QA and producer, back in the KMAX studios. We want to thank our sponsors of this broadcast, again, Capital Title and Keller Williams Realty, sponsors of our Lake Travis Cavalier volleyball program and this broadcast here on KMAX Sports. So this is, let's take a look at the standings here. Right now, Lake Travis all alone. And if you check out your screen, you can see the standings there. Lake Travis 6-0, 22-11 overall. Westlake 18-9 overall, now 5-1. Doesn't that look sweet? That's pretty cool, isn't it? Bowie 4-1 coming to this game in third place in district play, 8-17 overall. And you look up and down their schedule, some pretty good teams along that way. This Bowie team trying to, find what their groove is, and this is the Lake Travis team just trying to continue their trample through the district standings. There's Aikens at 4-2, Austin High 2-3, Hayes 2-3, a surprise right now, but Hayes has played pretty much every top team in this district. Ann Richards 2-4, Anderson 2-4, Lehman 1-4, and Del Valle 0-6 there to round out district play. Well, it's been quite a week, hasn't it? I mean, I was buzzing for the last couple of days after that win against Westlake, and as a broadcaster, you want to be able to do games like that are as big a moments as possible. And, guys that I really looked up to growing up were Paul Allen, the play-by-play voice of the Minnesota Vikings, Gary Rima, the voice of the Northern Iowa Panthers, guys that were just really super intense, smart, creative, intense, and kind of funny, too. So we appreciate all the nice things the folks at Lake Travis have said. Just happy to get this team kind of fired up and get ready here for the next stretch. So again, Cavaliers taking on the Bowie Bulldogs, 8-17 on the year. And as I look at this schedule, again, a win against Westlake. Got Bowie tonight, and then 2 games next week against Ann Richards and Aikens, both of them at home. So Cavaliers will get some home cooking after this one tonight. But, having been in this gym before, let's take a look at some of the series and make sure we've got everything set here. Mike Youngblood with you here on the call. Les Cleary, our QA and producer. The history between these two teams, Miguel Saenz in his 4th year as head coach here of this program. Same for Coach Boren. And I would look at the match history. Coach Boren's first year, you had that group of Caroline Scrafford and Leah Mulkey, Skylar Besh, that group. And I'm trying to pull up, they split that one series, Lake Travis winning at home, and then Cavaliers coming here, and Caroline Scrafford injuring her ankle, which was a huge blow to that Cavalier team. Got her back late in the year, but Cavaliers lost here the following year, 3-1. I was actually sitting in the seats for that one. And last year, the Cavaliers winning in 5 sets, 3-2 in set 5. So, always a good history when these two teams played. Both the red and black. Bowie going to be out in the gray unis here tonight with the white letters. I believe the Cavaliers, we'll see what the attire will be as we get our final serves. We'll take a break here for very briefly. Get you revved up here for this match tonight. Listen to Lake Travis Cavalier Volleyball on KMAX Sports. We'll be right back.
Vype Media is the state's most comprehensive high school sports media outlet covering UIL, private schools. Vype has been in Texas for over a decade. Visit their website at Vype, VYPE-Texas.com. And also pick up your Vype magazine today. Get in the game with Vype Media.
Sound off. Tell us what you think right here on Twitter at KMAX Sports.
This broadcast and the support of Lake Travis Cavalier Volleyball on KMAX Sports and Vype Media is brought to you by our sponsors, Capital Title and Keller Williams Realty. We're thankful to have our sponsors and the support of this broadcast. We give a big thank you to Capital Title and Keller Williams. Well, let's take you back to the action.
Be able to have your volume up to be heard. So again, Mike Embley here courtside with you here at Bowie High School on the road tonight. Cavaliers playing some great ball right now and going to have to turn up the heat tonight. And I mean, that's the toughest thing. You come off a big emotional win, a very big emotional win that's historic for your program. I mean, that first one out is always a little bit clunky, a little bit out there. So the Cavalier focus tonight, again, play within yourself, play hard, be focused, stay hungry, and keep attacking, and keep building those habits. Take care of the anthem. Here courtside at Bowie High School here on KMAX Sports and Vype Media. Mike Youngblood flying solo tonight. Les Clary back in the KMAX studios. And getting ready here for Bowie and Lake Travis. We'll have our introductions right now.
And now for your Bowie Israel.
like in the United Center. Cool introduction here at Bowie High School. Takes you back to the Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Phil Jackson days. Man, those being a Midwest kid, those were always the good times. And, you know, classic introduction by a PA announcer. Classic. I used to be a PA announcer. Not going to brag or anything, but I was pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway, so Cavaliers getting set here at center court. Getting their hands held high, jamming the feet, trying to figure out what they're doing here. And both of these teams, they got a good speech going, I think. Well, Cavaliers getting set. Going to be going from our right to our left. Here in set number one, again, Mike Denwood with you, Les Clary, our QA and producer, back in the KMAX studios. So let's see who we're going to start on the floor here for the Cavaliers. We got Maddie Williams, Sasha Rudick, Kristen Claymeyer, James Wheeler, Cassidy Erie, and Abby Watts. And again, a big apology to Sasha the Slayer. I've been doing this for 2 years. I think, I got everybody's name down, but this year I'm like, there's something not right. Like I can't be 100% right on this, and apologize to the Slayer. Please don't slay me. Mother of Dragons, that was a very intense competitor. Seems like a pretty nice kid, but the one thing is, you could be a really nice person, but when you get on the court, that's when you gotta bring the fire. And Cavaliers doing a great job of that, transforming from, good quality student athletes into hungry competitors. And we're looking forward to more here tonight. So let's, here we go. Here we go, we're back here. Here on our main page. Cavaliers getting set for the first serve receive, and it'll go deep here to James Wheeler, middle of the floor. Abby Watts chasing, passing, runner thrown by Claymeyer, and we'll get the first point here for the Cavaliers on the left side. Coming from the attack line, and just a good tip over. And Claymeyer gets the Cavaliers on the board first. 1-0 here in set one. And it will be Kristen on the serve from the right side. Jump serve and to the net. And again, I expect probably early it might look a little clunky here for the Cavaliers just to find that gear. And we'll see what happens here. And serve receive here by Jams. Good nailed pass here to the middle. Slide to Maddie on the outside over the double team. And we've got a net violation called on the Bowie Bulldogs. 2-1, Cavaliers lead in set one. And we'll have Kelsey Cohen lobbing it deep. Sends it deep court. Set here to the middle to Bowie. Hit, blocked! Blocked to the net by the Wheeler in the sky and Lake Erie here at the middle. Folks, it's going to take me a little while to get my energy amped up. That's a peak for me as a broadcaster. I listened to some of that and my hair raised up a little bit. Said, who in the world is this guy? So you're not alone. Cohen floats this one here to the left side. Middle attack, good overhand dig by Cohen. Hit by Maddie with the left hand. Maddie almost got that inside the line, trying to punch that ball over on her inside shoulder on the left foot. And, creative play there by Maddie. That ball did not stay in. And serve receive here by Claymeyer here for the Cavaliers. Straight up in the air, Claymeyer with the back roll attack. Roll shot sent back here to the right back. Now here to the left side. Tipped off the block. Claymeyer with a one-hand save, but it will go in front of the Cavalier bench. Now 3-3. Tied up in set one. Still trying to pick up all these Bowie Bulldogs names here. It's quite a struggle to get set up here at the ball game. Wheeler passes it to Watts. It keeps it up in the air. She did touch the net. All right, they'll give her a call for a double. Cavaliers have not been the strongest starting team, but have been a great finishing team. And, once you get the motor revving, boy, they tend to be good. Service error by Bowie. Getting a young Bowie team, 8-17 on the year, but I believe it was 4-1 in district play. And we'll have Carson Hempel come on in, Abby Watts and Maddie Williams check out. Going to have Erie up front. And here comes the serve by the lefty. Hempel sends her cross court. Set here to the right side, skying in the air, and they dig up by Claymeyer off the tip. hit on the right side, and that is a kill for Keely Hamilton to the ball game on the right side for Maddie Williams. Turned 17 years old here at, got a great gift with the win against rival Westlake. And picking up right where she left off, Keely Hamilton with a kill here for the Cavaliers. And Hempel launches this one down the line, far side, set from the middle here to Bowie. Hit on the left side off the tip, covered there by Hempel. Here in the middle of the floor, now here to the left side of the floor. Jams, approaches, and gets it through. 6-4. And Cavaliers lead by 2. And it will be Hempel continuing the rally, leading 6-4. Sends it here near side, set from the middle here by Bowie. Hit on the right side by Crossley. Cohen trying to dig that one up, left back, and straight up in the air, and a point here for the Bowie Bulldogs. Five to 6. It'll be Crossley on the serve. Let serve received by Jams on the far side. Ooh, Erie sends it in the seam from the middle. Cassidy picking up right where she left off. 7-5. I mean, that was an all-time Cassidy Erie game. Just took over the net late in the ball game. And right there, quick set, bam, finds the seam at the left back of Bowie. Here comes Rio on the launch serve. Set from the middle. Oh, low set. It's going to be dumped off here by Bowie. Set by Hempel. Now here comes the attack by Hamilton. Blocked back, covered up by Hempel. Hamilton in the air, far side. Cohen will send it on over. Bumped up in the air by Crossley. Hit on the second touch. Rio deep mid. Pass it here to the net. Big slap by Erie. And gets it past the gathering at the net by the Bowie Bulldogs. 5 Bulldogs up front. And the libero Bull in the back. She got it through. How? 8-5. Cavaliers lead by 3. And we'll have Taylor Rio continuing on the serve here for the Cavaliers. 3-point lead in set 1. Low into the net. Rio was on fire for a stretch. And, you know, she's got that baby jump serve where she launches from that serve line. Really does a great job getting that ball low and getting sink on it, but that one's just touching the top of the tape. So, going to have a line drive by Bautista. Claymeyer with 2 hands up in the air. They'll go in the give and go. Claymeyer cuts it. And overpassed. Attack chance for the Cavaliers. Hempel with a set. Here comes Hamilton around the bend and off the block. Tip to the Bowie bench on the far side. And a 9-6 lead for the Cavaliers. Steady as we go early on in set number 1. 9-6, a 3-point lead, and will be Erie launching it, middle of the floor, deep court, set from the attack line. Here comes the attack by Blackburn, off the ceiling. Back up Erie and Hempel colliding, but passed across to the Bowie side. Quick hit, touched over, and a good hit there by Swift. Emily Swift looks to be about 6'1", 6'2", and a good touch over. She'll check out, and a point for the Bowie Bulldogs. Cavaliers lead by 2, and now on the serve receive. Sends it short to Claymeyer. Low pass set here to the outside. Here comes Hamilton with the stripe. And, going to be the point for the Bulldogs. I think they said that might have gone off the antenna. 9-7. Cavaliers still on serve receive. Down the line at Cohen far side. Set in the middle. Tipped over by Sasha the Slayer. Bumped up. Hit off the block. Cohen saves it. And goes back to the other side. It's going to be a point for the Bulldogs. 9-8. And that was, again, Danielle Blackburn for the Bowie Bulldogs. And a timeout here on the floor. Both captains meeting the up ref here on the ladder. We're right behind them here at Bowie Gymnasium. 9-9, tied up in set 1. Hempel sets it. Here comes Claymeyer on the give and go. Dug up back row by Bull. Pumped up in the air. Blackburn will launch it at her feet. Received by Hamilton near side. And it's going to be Erie trying to, and excuse me. Sorry, I pumped on over, and will be a point for the Bowie Bulldogs. Cavaliers out of rhythm. And again, just trying to find that emotional climb back on up, and a hitting error by the Bowie Bulldogs, tied up at 10. Now again, stay steady as we go in set 1. We'll have Abby Watts in the game with Rio, Sasha, Rudick, Kristen Claymeyer, Maddie Williams, and Sasha Cohen. Watts on the serve, and almost, yes, that is an ace. Watts with an ace for the Cavaliers. And that is number 19 on the year for Abby Watts. 11-10, Cavaliers lead by 1. Watts sends it deep. Pass here to the attack line, middle of the floor. Back here to the near side. Blocked by Rudick. And bumped up in the air, hit to the left side. The attack by Goodwin. Watts there to cover. Everybody chasing it. Rio puts it back into play, and Watts will send the freebie middle of the floor. Set at the net. Quick hit off the block. Cavaliers back in control. Watts with a set. Rudick with the paintbrush. And skins it to the back left between the butt back and the mid. And a point for the Cavaliers. And slowly starting to get this going. See if Cavaliers can get a big kill or a big point here to get the emotions up. Sent down the far side. Set here by Bowie. Hit to the outside left side. Dug up by Cohen. There comes the set by Watts, far side. Maddie with the approach. Off the block. Tipped. Back into Bowie play. They're rambling around for it. And going to have a good touch shot on the far side by Goodwin. That was Caitlin Goodwin. About at the attack line, anticipating the blockers were going to be there. Jumped it right over. Left back playing kind of deep, and another service error on Bowie. Cavaliers not playing spectacularly, but solid. And just trying to, as we said, just try to get into top gear. Claymeyer here on the spin serve. Sends it here down the line. Now pass back into play. Here comes the right touch here by Goodwin. And into the net, a hitting error on the Bulldogs. 14-11, a 3-point lead for the Cavaliers in set number 1. And will be Claymeyer to lead the rally for the Cavs. And hop spins. Good low serve received. Middle of the floor, pass in the middle of the floor. Runner hit by Crossley. Cohen there near side to dig it up. Watts scrambling for the happy birthday surprise. Rudick denies it at the net. Looked like a free chance for the Bulldogs. And Rudick right there. Arms in the air. She did care. And that ball is going nowhere. 15-11. Cavaliers lead, and we've got a timeout on the floor here in set 1. Mike Gunwell with you here on the Cole Court side at Bowie High. Les Clary, our QA and producer, back here in the KMAX studios. Again, we want to give our shout out to our sponsor. Again, that is Keller Williams Realty and Capital Title, sponsors of Lake Travis Cavalier Volleyball here on KMAX Sports. 15-11, 4-point lead. Cavaliers out of the timeout. See if Miguel Sainz going to try to ice Kristen Claymeyer and rally his group, but Chris, she's too smart for that. See what the next approach is, and we're back into play. 15-11 lead for the Cavaliers. Here comes Kristen Claymeyer on the serve. Good serve, middle of the floor. Set from the middle. Here comes the attack, and off the block. Received by Claymeyer. Set by Watts here to the outside. Here comes the strike by Chams. Blocked back and out of bounds. Point for the Cavaliers. Really solid. Just really solid play. And Chams is as good as anybody as far as just playing within herself, not trying to do more than she's capable of. Who's the oversized, and that slap across by Chams. Passed around after the serve by Claymeyer. Claymeyer trying to dive up, sprawl that ball up. Again, Cavaliers stay strong. Just get the emotions up a little bit. 16-12. 4-point lead, and here comes the serve by the Bulldogs. Received by Cohen. Set here by Watts. Here comes the slide by Maddie down the line, and the kill for the Cavaliers. Slide to the right side of the net. Maddie does that as good as anybody. 17-12. Now a 5-point lead. Steady as we go up the mountain here for the Cavaliers. Cohen here lines it here from the left side. Received by the Bowie right side. Attack here by Crossley. Tries to cut it. And the net is there. I don't know if you guys know this, but if you hit a ball at the net, you don't make it pass. So Crossley, I think, had the right idea to try to cut over the blockers. And, that's a tough shot. Hitting error makes it 18-12. The dump off. Watts almost there to save it. And that was a good play there by Sakano. Is it Ellie or Ella Sakano, the setter for the Bowie Lady Dogs. Received. Here's the slap. Erie with the quick hit. Recovered by Bowie. Middle of the floor. They'll try it again for the Bowie side. Cohen with the pass. Sends it here right side. Maddie sends it deep. Near side. Everybody trying to come up with a hit here for the Bowie Bulldogs. Now Cavaliers on the attack. Erie with the slap over. Covered. Middle of the floor. Set by Sukano. Hit. Blocked. Blocked by Maddie Williams. That did go out of bounds. But Maddie there to cover on the attack by Johnson. And that was Maya Johnson on the left side, outside pin hitter for the Bowie Dogs. And Gabby and have a sub out. Will be Israel on the serve. And received here by Jams. Set by Watts. Watts with a dump! The turn and burn for the Cavaliers. 19-14. Cavaliers lead 5. And Carson Hempel going to be on the serve now for the Cavs. Again, about rightish to the floor, the middle. On the floor with Cohen Jams, Kristen Claymeyer, Cassidy Erie, and I think that's Maddie. Nope, it's Keely Hamilton. Here's the serve received to your side. Oh, it's a jousting at the net. One touch over. Cavaliers now back in transition. Cohen passes behind. Jams with the attack. Oh, my Lord. Jams got everything on that one. You know, Jams has got a great reach and a great leap. And, you know, when she can see the floor in front of her, make a good step, and get the good pass, she's been doing great at finding the open seams. And an ace for the Cavaliers. Ace for the Cavaliers, now rolling 21-14. And we've got another timeout called on the floor. Again, thank you to our sponsors, Capital Title, Keller Williams Realty. I mean, if those two companies want to merge, form their own superpower, thanks to our broadcast, hey, we'll promote that. But Capital Title and Keller Williams Realty are sponsors here for this season for KMAX Sports. Thank you for your support to Lake Travis. You know, highlight reels went out. You know, I'm watching it going, you know, maybe Mike, you should calm down a little bit there. Getting a little too amped up. I talked to my dad. He was kind of teasing me a little bit. Said, you got pretty excited there. And I said, Dad, you have no idea what these games mean to these kids and these programs. And, you know, a great group here that, you know, anything that we can do on the broadcast side to just show our support and be kind of a catalyst of energy. You know, hey, I'll scream and yell and do whatever it takes. 21-14, Cavaliers lead 7 back on the serve. Hempel sends it diagonal near side. Set by Sukano, hit by Crossley over the block. Recovered by Claymeyer. Deep metal Jams on the attack down the line. Nobody covering left back. Sukano, the right back there, several steps up. And, you know, credit to Jams. You really got to get up in the air to get that angle down. And Jams found the spot, continues to play smart, efficient ball. Ooh, a Chester here for Bowie. They'll go back on the attack. Good win and a mishap here by the Cavaliers. A good strike by the Bulldogs, 22-15. I mean, you can see some talent on here for the Dogs. You know, for Sign's team, you know it's going to take a while to get to the level that they need to and that they've been accustomed to here. A lot of tradition. Received by Cohen, set here by Hempel. Erie Skies in the air. That's going to be a kill for Erie. Blackburn trying to pick that ball up in the air, and I mean, could have been called for the double, but I mean that ball fell to the ground. 23-15, Cavaliers lead, and Rio back in on the serve. Jump serve clears the net. Middle of the floor pass set here to the middle. Little strike on the outside of Blackburn. Sends it long. Rio with a pass. Good pass. Here behind. The set by Hempel. Hit by Hamilton. Received deep middle. Tapped across with a paintbrush by Swift. Now Cavaliers on the attack. Claymeyer with the eraser on the left side. Came from the left side of the net. Take about 3 steps forward. Slapped it over with her left hand as the right-handed hitter and got the kill. Potential set point here for Rio. Rio launches it, sends it deep. Good pass here by Bowie. Hit by Blackburn over the net. Diving, dig up by Hempel. Set by Hamilton. Claymeyer will send it here on the third touch. Set here to the outside. Johnson on the attack. The lob. Ooh, saved by Rio. And still in play. Erie sends it here the third. Set again by Bowie. Blackburn on the attack. Diagonal. Saved by Hempel. In position, Cohen pass here to Hamilton. Hamilton with a rip tipped off the block. Second touch on the dump. Hempel there to save it. Cohen there to bump it. Claymire there to hit it! And a kill for the Cavaliers to finish off set one. 25-15. Cavaliers take set one. And you know what's really spooky, folks? After our broadcast on Tuesday, one of our owners, Bertrand, suggested, hey, you've been doing a really nice job with this software. Why don't you show our company, make a tutorial video as to how to run our scoreboard here at KMAC? So as I did the video, and I'm like, okay, this is how you set this up. So if we're in set one for Lake Travis, and I said, probably this first one could be 25-15. I thought, boy, I hope I'm not wrong on that. And, nobody here to pat me on the back and call me Nostradamus, but that was pretty cool. 25-15 Cavaliers with a solid start in set number one. Looking to sweep here tonight. And, hey, playing pretty good ball. I mean, there was not, those high energy, just everybody gets ramped up to play. But I think this team understands now it's all work here from the way out and steady as we go for the whatever it takes Cavaliers. We'll take a timeout. I got to take a breather here. And 1-0 lead, Cavaliers lead. And we'll go to set two when we come back. You're listening to Lake Travis Cavalier Volleyball on KMAX Sports. We'll be right back.
We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. And while all of us at the KMAX Sports Network are huge football fans, we broadcast more than just football, In fact, KMAX Sports proudly broadcasts volleyball, girls and boys basketball, softball, baseball, soccer, lacrosse, and more. For more information on how you can help KMAX Sports broadcast any of those sports, just reach out to Chuck at KMAXSports.com or Merle at KMAXSports.com or contact that sports booster club directly. KMAX Sports will gladly work with you and the booster clubs to get that team's broadcasts on the air. And if you're a fan of the other team, well, we can broadcast your team's games too. We realize that, yes, even in Texas, there's more to life than just football. KMAX Sports, bringing your teams to you for 14 years.
From West Texas all the way to the bayou and all points in between.
I saw miles and miles of Texas.
This is the KMAX Sports Network, bringing your teams to you.
At Austin Pets Alive, the mission is to promote and provide the resources, education, and programs needed to eliminate the killing of companion animals. That means more happy pets joining more happy families every single day. In fact, Austin Pets Alive has saved more than 25,000 dogs and cats since 2008, and you can help. Adopt a new family member, help out with a donation, or roll up your sleeves and volunteer. If you have love, time, or money to spare, and we all have at least one of those, you are needed. Visit AustinPetsAlive.com to get started. Austin Pets Alive, helping people help pets.
Sound off. Tell us what you think right here on Twitter at KMAX Sports.
Bulldogs and Cavaliers taking set one at 25-15, and we will get set for set number two. And Cavaliers going to be on the attack with Watts leading the serve down the line here for the first exchange. Here comes the stripe blocked off the tip here for the Cavaliers into the back row. Here comes Claymire on the attack, tip. Bowie there to cover behind the block, set up high, hit across the floor, and James playing back in the mid. And that's going to be a point for the Bowie Dogs. Good hit there. Cavaliers crowding the net on the block back, and Jams has got to, and anybody who plays that deep middle basically has got to patrol that back line. And good effort by Jams. Set now 1-0 Bowie in set two. Wobbins with a quick set. Rudick, excuse me. Point for the Cavaliers. It's going to take some time for me to undo that. Again, apologize to Sasha the Slayer. And it'll be going to be a first appearance for McKenna Eklund. Claymire back here on the serve, and here we go. Launches it and into the net. 2-1 lead here for the Cavaliers. 2-1 lead for the Bulldogs in set 2. Try to get our KMAX Sports score updated. 2-1. And who is that going to be? Be Bull on the serve, received here by Cohen. Near side, here comes a strike by McKenna Eklund, hit across the floor. The third touch, a punch up in the air. Sasha passes it. Davian Watts with a dump. Ooh, a pancake dig by Bowie. Cohen hits it here to the right side. McKenna hits it again! And a kill for the Cavaliers. I think that was a good one. That was a great pancake dig. Got the bottom of her palm underneath the ball. Looking like that was going to be a kill. Kept that one up, and a nice play. That was a really nice play by that Bowie kid. Hit on a lob by Cohen deep. Received, passed around. Sakano puts it back in a play. Hit up in the air by Goodwin. Cohen passed it across the floor. Jams hits it deep middle. Sakano here on the left side. They'll set it on up. Hit off the block. Bobby swings it back in with one hand. Back across the floor. Jams, and that'll go into the net. A point for the Bowie Bulldogs, but you know, Coach talked about this. Bobby talked about this. These kids with beach experience, you know, when they get out of system, they've done a really nice job of passing that ball into position for a good attack chance. And here's a serve receive. Baldwin going to receive this one, and that one gets spinned out. Now 4-2. All right, Cavaliers down 2. Just play smart. All right, good. Comes the serve receive down 4-2 and into the net. Into the net, and a point for the Dogs. Actually, wow, that's off right there. I think it's the water. 4-3, and going to be Eklund on the serve. Eklund this year with 2 aces. I believe had one against the Chaps on Tuesday night. Eklund launches it cross court, far side, quick set. Hit on by Johnson, spun over, received by Eklund from the middle. Hit it on over to Chams. Chams launches it. It's going to be contested at the net. Erie punched it up twice. There's a block, and they're going to say Erie hit it twice. She took the block, hit it up in the air, hit it the second time, and actually, no, they'll say a point for the Cavaliers. What do I know? 4-4, tied up in set 2. Eklund leading the rally. Sends it here, tip blocked, and the reach over the net by Chams Wheeler. They'll say she reached over too far. Lauren protesting, saying no, that was straight up. Come on. All right, well, 5-4. You know, Cavaliers not like sluggish or anything, but you know, hey, somebody makes a cool play, maybe that could get the Jams going and pump up the Jams. Well, that one goes far side and out. Point for the Bowie Dogs, 6-4. And here's a receive by Wheeler. Pass by Eklund, the center. Hit by Maddie on the left side of the outside and blocked back out of bounds at the LT side. Point for the Cavaliers. And we'll have Rio back in on the serve. Cavaliers down 1, 5-6 in the set number 2. Pumped up in the air, hit it set on the right side. Blocked by Erie and Claymire. I believe Erie was the one that got the hand on it, but the tandem block there on the left side. Tied up at 6. Get our scoreboards updated across the board. 6-6, and it will be Rio on the serve. Rio launches it. Pass here near side. Quick set. Ooh, and underneath it is with Maya Johnson. Just got underneath the ball. 7-6, Cavaliers back in the lead in set 2. Sends it high. 2 Bowie Bulldogs passing across the floor. Hit on the right side for Bowie. Eklund with the set. They'll hit to the left side. Claymire stripes it, blocked back and out of bounds. Another point and another kill for Kristen Claymire. 8-6, Cavaliers leading by 2. And it's Rio leading the rally here for the Cavs. Launches it here near side. Pass in the middle of the net. Or excuse me, set here to the outside. Off the 2 blocks. You shall not pass. Cassidy Erie, a blocking machine. And the Block City Cavaliers keep it going. 9-6. Cavaliers lead by 3. Rio going to be on the serve. Sends it long and deep here near side. Pass in the middle of the floor behind the attack line. The third touch by Bowie. Eklund with the first touch. Cohen with the pass behind. Claymire with the hit and the kill in the seam of the left back in the mid. Finds the crease. And you knew as soon as that ball went up in the air, Bowie had no shot at that one. Cavaliers getting the motor revving. I mean, it's always going to be tough to match the emotion of the last match. So you just take it point by point. I mean, I talk a lot about energy. I feel like maybe I say it too much. But, I mean, that is something important to keep in mind. And, you know, that the energy that you need in each matchup to just get a little bit ahead of the other team. You don't have to be flailing your arms around and screaming and everything, but if your focus and your ability to stay tuned in and excited and just move on to point, as long as your mind doesn't go elsewhere and you stay present here in the moment, Cavaliers going to be in great shape and looking good right now. 10-6, a 4-point lead in set 3. It's serve receive far side. They'll slide it right to Maya Johnson. Ooh, saved by Rio. Claymire's going to send it, but will they call it a double or a net violation? Man, that was a good dig up there by Rio. Will bear up with his team last year. And, you know, getting some moments there in the back row to play when you can. 10-7, a 3-point lead for the Cavaliers. High serve received by Claymire near side. Eklund sets behind. Matty on the slide. Finds the seam in the middle. 11-7, Cavaliers rolling in set 2. We can make this a really quick night tonight. This is my quickest trip of the year. About 10 minutes here to get to Bowie High, and we'll have Jordan Hymas coming to the ball game for Cassidy Erie on the floor with Rudick, Williams, Claymire, Rio, and Eklund. Served by Hymas, set from the middle here to the outside. A strike blocked by Matty and Sasha. The Block City Cavaliers 12-7, a 5-point lead. Hymas on the left side will send it diagonal here at Crossley. Pass here, set of the attack line, hit on the left right side, and that will go off the antenna. Bull trying to attack, and it was the setter Haynes just sending it out a little too far. Cavaliers climbing up the mountain. 13-7. A 6-point lead. A low line drive, spinner received. Hit to the outside. Crossley cuts it. Hymas there to cover far side. Eklund sends it. Here comes Claymire with a glide stripe. Blocked back. Rio trying to chase it, but knew that was going to be too far. 13-8. And the one thing I'll say for Coach Boren's teams in the last 4 years, you know, they get better with the blockbacks as the season goes. They really have done a good job over the years at that, of just getting more comfortable with that. Here comes the slide again to Matty. Matty sends it off the ceiling on the first touch by Bowie. Punted over by Crossley. Hymas passes behind. Good pass to Claymire. Ooh, a cut across. Stays inside the attack line. A beautiful strike by Claymire. And business as usual for Kristen. Cashing in on payday for the Cavaliers. Sword to the air, just a little touch shot, a good cross that in that what they kind of call the tip zone here on our near side of the floor. Good advantage by the Cavaliers. Watts there with a dig up. Claymire with the hustle, puts it back in. Rio now with the third touch from the middle. Hit on the left side. The hit it tipped off the block for the Cavaliers. Back in control of it. Claymire again. Tips it up in the air. Set up. Hit blocked! Woo! Eklund and Rudick, they're at the net for the Cavaliers. And I mean, you just, when you can be a denial at the net, that wears on team psychology. All of a sudden, an ace for Abby Watts. Another ace for Abby Watts. 16-8, Cavaliers playing strong in set 2. Getting the motor revving. 8-point lead, and let's serve. Once, twice, and another ace. 3 aces for Abby Watts. Three aces, almost unbeatable in poker, and pretty unbeatable for the Cavs. 17-8, a 9-point lead. Here's the freebie here to the Lake Travis Cavaliers, set by Watts, hit by Claymire, and in! That was in! That was in! I don't know, but that was, hey, good defense by Bowie, good attack by Claymire. Bowie gets the point, and he'll try to see if they can come back down 8. Floater serve received by Claymire near side. They'll go right back to Claymire on the give and go! Claymire mad, and she hit that one pretty hard. They're received by Rio. Watch with the set. Here comes Claire Havens! And hit back row. Passed around, off balance, hit, cutting. Ooh, that was a nice shot there by Ham. Is that Kristen Ham? Well, I can't think of anything right now, but a kid named Ham scores. Ideas percolating in the back of my mind. Maybe that kid scores again. We'll see what happens. And short serve. Rio there to hustle. Watts there to put it up in the air. Havens sends it on over in the first touch. Attack tested on the second touch. Rio trying to put it there. And it's 17-11. Bowie coming back here. On the floor again for the Cavaliers. Hymas, Rio, Watts, Claymire, Eklund, and Havens. Kind of a new look lineup. Again, serving short. Havens there to receive. Watts there to set it. And it's going to be a touch on over by Eklund. Set here near side. Set, hit right. Blocked! Havens and Claymire there. Everybody trying to scramble for Bowie. Hymas puts it in the air. Watts sets it. Here comes Claymire on the bend. Touch shot. Covered up by Sukana. Hey, ooh, Watts trying to chicken wing dick that one. Put up her elbow from the right side and caught more of the backside of her tricep than kind of more of the inside of the bicep that would have kept the ball in. And we've got a timeout called here by Coach Brandis Morin here for the Cavaliers. Bowie with the 4-0 rally to close this to 5. In set 2, 17-12. You're just joining us. Cavaliers giving some other kids a look out here. Hymas, Rio, Watts, Claymire, Claire Havens, and McKenna Eklund. Bowie's still in their huddle. Again, we want to thank our sponsors of this broadcast. That is, again, Capital Title and Keller Williams Realty. Thank you so much for your sponsorship here in this broadcast. All right, back out of the timeout will be Goodwin on the serve for the Bowie Bulldogs. Up 5, launches it short. Hymas there to cover, spins up in the air on the dig. Claymire from the right side, launches it deep court. Set by Sukana. Hit, touch over. Ooh, watch with the save. It goes off the shoulder of Hymas. And now 17-13. Again, we'll see if Bowie continues to try to serve this short. The launch is short. Cavaliers adjust. Hymas there for the first touch. Claymire gets underneath that, hits one hard and clears the net. Middle of the floor, Sukano hits it out right side off the tip of the blocks. Rio sets the dime pass at the outside. Claymire everywhere, hits it deep pin. Passed around out of system. Hit from the back row by Crossley up in the air. Hymas with the pass up in the air. Eklund with a touch from the left hand, received by Bowie. Hit laser through. Rio nearly saved it with one hand. And that was a good hit by whoever that was. I think that was Bull. It was either that or Ham. Ham picking out there in the middle and going to eat. And Cavaliers going to bring back in Cassidy Erie, Sasha Rudick. We'll see if we get all our subs in. No, we'll have Kelsey Cohen. And I don't know anything of how subs work in volleyball. I'm going to have to get a tutorial from somebody as to how these rotations work. I've got a lot to learn. Claymire with a good passer to Watts on the give and go. Boom down the line and too far. Oh, that line judge saying it was in. I thought that was actually out. Yeah, no, they'll say that one was out. That one cleared the line. Should get a makeup for that one that was in. I thought that was in earlier here in set 2. 15-7. Cavaliers lead by 2. Rallying is Bowie. Cavaliers getting a little adversity. Here comes the strike by McKenna Eklund and a good toss. Clears the net on the left side. And a point for McKenna Eklund and Cavaliers. 18-15. Cavaliers lead by 3. Claymire back on the serve here for the Cavs, leading by 3. Spinner sent far side. Set by Sukano. Hit high by Crossley. High off the block by Hamilton and Rudick. Set here behind. Here comes McKenna. McKenna with the laser. This is bouncing around the ceiling. Hamilton with the first touch. Watts with the second. Rudick hits the back row. Ooh, a 3B. Sent up here by Hamilton. Watts with a set. Here at the right side. Here comes McKenna. McKenna hitting it. Dug up middle back. And the freebie back into the LT side. Eklund with the first touch. Watts with the set. Rudick blocked back. Cohen saves it. Watts puts it again. Here comes Hamilton. Hamilton with the kill for the Cavaliers. Hamilton playing great for the Cavaliers. Now 19-15. Man, we're getting some exciting play at Bowie High. 4-point lead for the Cavaliers. Back on the serve is Claymire. And received. Set here by Sukano. Bowie on the attack down the line. Claymire with a save. Watts to the outside. Hamilton rips it deep. Ooh, and that is going to be dug out. That was not dug out by Goodwin, middle of the floor. And a kill for Keeley. Hamilton, 20-15. You know, each point you get in the 20s is just a touch more pressure the other team starts to receive. And boy, I'd really like to see this Cavalier team finish this set strong. Launched it middle of the floor. Pass by Sukano behind the attack line, far side. Back row attack, out of play. That was Goodwin on the attack. Goodwin on the attack and out of bounds. Caitlin Goodwin. And, you know, that kid has actually, boy, when you're going to be a libero against this team, against the Cavaliers, you're going to see some hard hit balls that clear some high balls. And to not only be able to do that, to try to recover everything like Travis is throwing at you, but, get some good attacks from the back row. That's a pretty nice player over there for Bowie. 21-15. You see the potential on that side, but, talking to Coach Sines briefly, just said, hey, guys look like you're getting better through this season. And he says, yeah, up and down. And I said, peaks and valleys. That's what you get kind of with young kids. And, Cavaliers, the more experienced team for sure. And a lot of talent here on this side as Claymire launched it on over. The fake, the slide! Oh, no, Rudick almost blocked that one with Hamilton, but kept alive by Bowie. Great effort by the Bulldogs. Cohen, two-hand touches it. Sukano sets it with the second touch dumped on over. Pass behind by Cohen here to Hamilton. It tries to lob it across and into the net. Hamilton just underneath that one, just a touch on the left side of the net. For Lake Travis. 21-16, a 5-point lead for the Dogs. For the Cavaliers. Sent here, received by Hamilton. Rudick with a rise and smack. Woo! Pumps it here from the middle, 22-16. Cavaliers lead by 6. Trying to finish off set 2. It'll be Cohen on the serve for the Cavaliers. And a short serve, and that goes into the net. 22-17. Cavaliers leading Bowie in set number 2. Les Clary, our QA and producer, back in the studios, giving us the A-OK. And will be Ham sending it here middle. Set by Watts, hit by Erie off the block. Hit around once, twice. Here comes the third punch over. Cohen sets it. Watts sets it. Here comes the hit by McKenna. Cross court diagonal. Here on the right side, trying to, and that is going to be the Batista kid. Almost went it. I mean, she got so far over to the LT side, she almost was able to high-five Coach Borick. She wasn't that far, but she got about a foot underneath trying to hustle. That was a good hustle, though. 23-17, Eklund launches it deep. Oh, and an ace for McKenna Eklund. Eklund only had one ace this year coming into the match against Westlake. And, not a whole lot of serves there, but our ace percentage is going to look good. Ooh, sends it far side. Hits it overhand by Bowie. Maddie keeps it up in the air. Eklund setting it up. Here comes Maddie. Maddie with a big hit. Overpass back to the LT side. Set by Eklund to the outside. Hamilton blocked back and is out of bounds. Nope. Stayed inside the line. Point for the Bowie Dogs. 20-18. Cavaliers almost able to take out set number 2. And it'll be Dogs on the serve received to Claymire. Set by Eklund. Erie with a paintbrush block back. Erie going up a little early. You know, that's one thing I wonder, too, about this. You got a lot of good setters here. You got Heppel, Eklund, Watts. You know, everybody's got a little different style. Eklund with a set here on the near side. Hamilton off of 1 foot, hits it on over middle of the court. Set from inside the attack line, hit the left side lob. Hamilton with the save. Eklund up in the air. Matty with a hit and a block. And the block by Maya Johnson in the middle. Solo block. 24-20. Hey, this is good for this LT team. You're struggling to get the last point. Stay smart. Dig in. Just play good ball. Received by, Claymire. Trying to take that one up low. That's all right. Okay. 24-21. Cavaliers. Little let serve. Claymire gets it. Eklund sends it here to the outside. Hamilton with a big rip. Hit middle. Set behind. Off balance hit. Tipped off the block by Erie and Hamilton. Eklund hits it. Here comes the slide. Matty blocked up in the air. Matty keeps it up. Matty keeps it up. Third touch. Hit on over by Eklund to finish off set 2. Matty with the miraculous save, but we'll see if they call that when that was on the floor. That was hit up once. That was up. That was up. Matty saved it. Matty saved it. Hit it a second time for Eklund to clear that one off. I mean, that was saved. That did not hit the floor. 25-21. Cavaliers should finish it here in set 2, but we'll see what the decision is courtside. But they'll say it did. Hey, next point. Let's go get the next point. So 22-24. We're not quite done with set number 2 just yet. Claymire up in the air. Eklund sends it here to the left side. Hamilton underneath it. Gets it on over. Going to be contested. Erie reaching over. And that's going to be a point for the Cavaliers. There you go. Good statement there by Cass. 25-22. Cavaliers take set 2. 2-0 lead. You know, good effort. I mean, Bowie gave a little pushback. And sometimes for teams, like, you need to experience a little heat from the other squad. Something to, you know, hey, put a little pressure on you. Keep yourself kind of in that environment so that, you know, when you keep getting tested down the line, I mean, you're going to be ready for it. But, hey, we're at the end of set 2 to set 3. It's time to dip into our Cavs in college section. Lots of good stuff going on as we update here for our Cavaliers. Again, if you want to pull up your full screen here to this section, Audrey Stratford, her team 9-0. They're playing at a Carthage tournament in Kenosha, Wisconsin, kind of up by my neck of the woods outside of Milwaukee. Today and tomorrow, they are facing number 19 Carthage next. Leah Mulkey had a career-high 17 kills against Memphis on Tuesday and a loss. Ole Miss losing to Austin Peay early this morning, having to play a volleyball match in Houston at 10:30 this morning. And you know, I say that because I work nights, so 10:30 sounds kind of brutal. But they are playing Rice currently as we speak, and they're going to play McNeese State tomorrow. And why don't we check in and see if we can get a live update on how that match has gone. Again, the kind of the end of the conference schedule for Ole Miss. As live stats, that game first serve was at 6:30 as well, and peeking over at that. We'll check in on that briefly, and also Skylar Besh. I believe, well, they did lose to Oklahoma 0-3. Skylar 6-6 and 6 digs today. Played in 2 sets out of the 3 against a good Oklahoma team. Northwestern State going to play Texas A&M tomorrow. Again, that's the OU Nike Invitational. Maybe on Fox Sports Oklahoma. I would try to check your local listings just to see if you can find Northwestern State volleyball. So go Demons, Forkham, that's it. Good friend out there. So Leah Mulkey actually with 7 kills right now against Rice. Ole Miss taking the first set, 25-21. Rice taking the second, 25-17. So Mulkey, 18 attacks tonight, 17 kills, and 4 digs. And, hey, always rooting for that kid. One of the, you know, I didn't get to see everybody. Hey, my man, Coach Businger. Hey, do you want to speak for a second?
I don't know what.
Hey, we got Coach Businger joining us here. I'll give you a microphone. I could give you a headset in a second if you want to just hang out here for a minute. Here, why don't I... Well, I had another headset in here.
Someone take that from me?
That's a possibility. I could be... Oh, I know what it is. It's in another bag that I left in my room. So I can just say hi here to Coach. Hey, Coach. We had a lot of fun broadcasting your games last year. First round win against... who was that?
San Antonio Lee.
The San Antonio Lee. How could I forget that? I was the one screaming about it. So.
That was awesome. We got the clips of that.
Yeah.
And put it out on Twitter and I swear about every 2 weeks I got to go back and listen to that.
I do too. Every once in a while, I just couldn't believe it. You guys came down from 12-0 in that game. Just battled back, and that kid on the floor there, Kristen Claymire, a big part of it. And I don't know if you'll have her this year, but describe what kind of competitor she was when you had her.
Oh, she's a fantastic competitor. I mean, you watch her out here, and I think this one time early in that second set when things weren't going very well,
and here's
they set her. Yeah, there she goes swinging at it again.
Kind of Eklund here on the right side with a touch. We'll drop back in here with you quick. As hit on the right side by the Bowie Bulldogs, recovered by Watts. Bumped up here by Cohen, hit on the left side. Claymire slaps it over. Jousting at the net. Rudick there to get the two-hand touchdown. And I mean, you're a basketball coach. I'm a basketball guy. Is anything you look out here you feel like you adds kind of to your repertoire of ideas as to how apply this? I mean, it's an abstract question, but I'm curious.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I think the biggest thing that I like about volleyball is the attack. You're just constantly in an attack mode.
Yes, and blocked.
Yeah, great block.
Blocked there, and then it's Eklund and Rudick set here by Watts to the outside. Chams gets it to the block, and a point here for the Cavaliers leading 2-0.
Yes.
Well, I mean, how are you guys? You guys are training. You're doing some fall league stuff, I see.
Yeah, we're doing the fall league up at Cedar Park with the older guys. Our freshmen, we're taking up. I'll let you go here.
And here's a receive by Bowie. Cavaliers up 2-0. Hit right side. Received by Watts. Diagonal. Cohen straight up in the air. Eklund hits it. Received middle of the floor. Set by Sukano. Hit on the left side. A touch shot. Received by Claymire. Set in the dump off and the turn and burn. Recovered by Bowie. Hit to the right side. Ooh, Cohen pancakes it off the floor, but not able to save it. But, I mean, and the other thing that volleyball and basketball have universal, kids hit the floor for a loose ball. I mean, you got to keep it up in the air, which is a little bit different than trying to, hit it kind of like, I don't know, hug the ball, so to speak. But, the effort that you have in both sports pretty universal. Eklund on the attack blocked and point for Bowie, but... All right, so...
Well, I'm going to let you get back out.
Well, I mean, I just want to maybe ask you another question, though. Like, so, how you guys looking? You feeling pretty good? I mean, you had a really good JV group. You had a pretty good returning class.
We are so excited. We are so excited. The hardest part I got as a coach right now is my numbers. Our numbers are they're fantastic in the program right now. So, it's going to be hard to pick our varsity team and our JV team. And even our freshman group. That freshman group is fantastic. So we're just so excited right now and getting ready to get after it.
Coach, thank you for joining us. Hopefully you'll see you around the gym.
Go
Cavaliers. So back
thank
and
you
play.
so much.
That's great talking with you here in set 3. Here's a set here to the outside, hit the left side, dug up by Watts, and going to be a 4-2 lead. Cavaliers actually get a point out of that. Talking with Coach, I got kind of wrapped up in what was going on. 4-2. Cavaliers leading in set 3. Hit on the right side by Crossley, blocked by Erie. Hit still in play. They'll try to cut it. Chams straight up in the air here in front of the net. But back to Chams. And block back that stays in. Good attack. Good block there on the right side by Catherine Crossley. So why don't we get our scoreboard update while I do my job here? Be a nice idea, wouldn't it, folks? LT leading 4-3. And serve received by Claymire. Set by Watts. Here's the attack by Chams in the middle. And a kill for Chams Wheeler. The wagon Wheeler. 5-3. Not my best work, I know. The Wheelers on the bus go round and round. The possibilities are endless, folks, and I'm going to need more time to kind of come up with some things. Eklund floats it here on the 5-3 lead for the Cavs here to the right side. Crossley lobs it deep and too far, and a point for the Cavaliers. 6-3 lead for the Cavs. Eklund here on the serve, set here by Sukana. Touch shot blocked. Ooh. Wheeler there to be the first touch. That on that block, you know, that ball kind of just stopping and dropping straight down. And, you know, I'm always impressed by these blockers, their ability to get the touch and then get it off the forearm as the ball comes down. That's incredible when the Cavaliers can do that. 4-6 lead. Cavaliers, ooh, Erie trying to reach for it on the set on the second touch. I mean, this is the challenge for this team. They're a great team, the Cavaliers are. But the really, really great teams, the exceptional ones, still stay hungry through 3 sets and will go for the kill. Matty off the block, gets tipped into the net. And going to be a point for the Cavaliers with a kill for Matty Williams. 7-5, a 2-point lead as Taylor Rio in on the serve. Cavaliers lead by 2. Little baby jump serve, clears the net, let serve. Who hit once, set here to the outside, the left side, hit hard, tipped high off the block. And Rio saving it up the air. Cohen calls for it for the third. Set here by Batista, sent here to the outside, hit diagonal. Ooh, Cohen there to save the day. Eklund to bump it up in the air. Claymire on the attack with a great pass by Eklund, who once, twice, now the third hit overhand. And set up in the air by Eklund. Hits it in. Oh my Lord, Kristen Claymire with a great shot there on the left side. 8-5. 3-point lead for the Cavaliers. Now, good pass out of system. Claymire doing a good job keeping her eyes underneath the ball, stepping to it and making the hit. 8-5 lead. Rio on the serve. Sends it middle. Set up here to the outside. Oh, it's going to be a bad set. That goes off the antenna. Setting's hard, man. Not for everybody. 9-5, a 4-point lead. Rio leading the rally here for the Cavaliers. And a spinner into the net. And it'll be a point for the Bulldogs on the serving error. 9-6. Turn a crowd mic back on here at Bowie. Normally a more raucous crowd here, but you know, football night, I think sending all the students that way. Got his hit by Erie off the shoulder and punched back in. Cohen with a one-arm save. Eklund back up in the air, and Rio calls for it for the third touch. Bump up in the air, set by Dobson. Hitting the outside, 2 tandem blockers covering. Erie the first one. Rio passing across. Claymire slaps it over. Set by Dobson, straight up in the air. Attacked by Crossley, covered by Eklund. Up behind, hit by Cohen. Matty lays it up, and that's going to go off the antenna on the Bowie side, off the touch. A great rally by the Cavaliers. 10-6. Sorry, I had to laugh at Keely Hamilton. Kids kind of dancing there on the sidelines. Comes Erie on the serve. Let serve, covered up middle. Set here by, and we'll have a double called on Catherine Crossley. And excuse me, I'm getting number 6, Caitlin Goodwin, and Catherine Crossley. Catherine mixed up, so I apologize. 11-6. Cavaliers leading. Ooh, and an ace. An ace for Cassidy Erie. And we've got a timeout called. Timeout called, and let's see how many aces. That is the 16th ace on the year for Cassidy Erie, the senior for the Cavaliers. Timeout called, 12-7 lead. Thank you to Coach Businger, joined us earlier. Broadcast of the Lady Cavs. Said a nice thing. Go watch that clip, and I go back and watch that all the time. It was a really cool moment for that squad. Getting in the playoffs late. And the tradition continues at Lake Travis. The expectations are you're a playoff team and you're a good team. And Cavaliers trying to make that jump from good to great. And there's another level that you climb from good to great to exceptional. And you as a team always have to challenge your standard as to how you do things, the energy you carry yourself with, and the belief that you carry that, you know, every set's important, every point's important. And these kids believe that, but, you know, it's always a ride up the mountain to try to figure out how to maximize what you got. Maya Johnson with a cut across on the right side. I know she's ambidextrous. I feel like she hit with the left hand, the right hand. Either way, Cavaliers lead 12-7 in set 3. 2-0 lead. Line drive at Claymire near side, low pass. Rudick puts it up in the air. Claymire hits it deep and hit off the shoulder. Hit on the right side by Bowie, a big swing, and Ekman covering far side. Cohn with the pass behind. Near side hit by Claymire, sends it deep. Ooh, the barrel hits it up in the air. Left side, tip on over. Ooh, that was a good touch. Trying to figure out that kid's number, which libero that was, but blockers going up right side, and a good time jump and hit. Rio with the receive. Claymire around the bend. Tipped off the block. Saved by libero for Bowie. Touch on over. Rudick sends it back. Bump up the air. Hit on the left side. Loose. Ekman trying to hit that one down the line. Hit by Cohen. Cavaliers trying to figure it out. Hit Bowie on the right side. Cut across. There to save it is Maddie. Claymire hits it middle of the floor. Deep court. Pass her to the near side. Straight up lateral set. Bumped up. Received by Maddie. Here across the floor. Claymire trying to kind of punch it across. Cavaliers, I mean, they're talking out there, and that's the thing as a coach is you love to see your kids talking, just trying to get coordination with each other. Maddie with a hammer on the right side, thumps it, and a 13-9 lead for the Cavaliers. And let's see, let's update our scoreboard here. Again, if you want to tweet us, you can tweet us at KMAX Sports. 13-9. Received. Hempel after the serve. Hit on the second cross by Goodwin. Bump up here to the right side. Hamilton attacks the line, and I'll say it's a point for the Cavaliers. I got to wonder what Hamilton's hitting percentage is these past couple of games. Is just playing a great ball right now for the Cavaliers. Hempel, the lefty, sends it line drive. Here's a set, here to the outside, to the right side. Cuts it across. Hempel trying to save it with one arm. And just a touch too late. Laid out, got to a knee to get to that one. Good effort. 14-10. Cavaliers lead by 4 in set 2. And here's the serve received by Rio. Tipped by Hempel on the second touch, and they'll say a net violation called. Back we go into play. Line drives right at Cohen. Set by Hempel. Rudick off the top of the tape, and it'll be a hitting error. Cavaliers a little sluggish. But ahead 15 actually we'll have an error call. Had an error call that will stay Cavaliers serve. Ooh, a high spin serve from Claymire at her feet. Strike on the right side. Received by Claymire. Set here by Hempel. Shams off the block on the left side. Pump up for Shams. Cavaliers lead 16-11. Line drive at her feet. Here is received by Goodwin. Set by Sucano. Set behind. And Crossley with the kill on the right side. The lefty with the kill. 16-12, the Cavaliers. And I feel like maybe the Cavaliers feel like everything that they get should be terminated. That they hit outside. I mean, this is a Bowie team playing really good defense back row. Serves it short. Oh, Wheeler and Cohen hustling for it, but give each other a smile on the way up, knowing that, hey, it's good effort. It was a good serve. Cavaliers probably going to take a step up here to cover. 16-13. A high short serve. Wheeler with a good nail pass here to the middle. Send it back to the other side. Hamilton trying to touch it over. Stay with it. 16-14. Bowie rallying. Cavaliers, I think, know they're going to win this one. But somebody's got to give some energy. Set here by Hempel. Jams with the kill. The Wheeler in the sky keeps on turning. 17-14. You got to save that one for the important moments, folks. Can't just be out blasting catchphrases for everything. And nearly passed in. Pass back. Gets it inside the pin. Here's the strike. Erie with the attack. Picked up by Sukana. Hit on over, received by Hempel. Cohen sets behind. Chams taking over this ball game. Pump up the Chams. (18-14). The Cavaliers lead 4. Cohen here on the serve here, left side. Cavaliers starting to refocus. Passer to the attack line by Bowie. The rise, the smack. Cohen there to dig it up with 2 hands. We got a net violation called on the Cavaliers. 18-15, leading Bowie, but Bowie back on the serve. And we'll have subs come in again for the Cavaliers on the floor. Erie, Hamilton, Hempel, Cohen, Claymeyer, and Chams. Ladder 3 in the back row for the Cavaliers. Serve sent here at Chams. Chams, good pass here to the net. Big hit by Erie, blocked by Maya. Erie's just trying to find her rhythm right now. And, you know, again, you went from the biggest game of your career to, you know, playing against a road game. I mean, I understand why you might not be totally tuned to rhythm. It's a long climb back up to the top to your best game. But go finish this one off. Chams hitting it here from the left side. It's going to be contested tonight. Erie reaches over with the block. And these kids are smart enough to figure out how to get themselves up in a habit that we've seen from this team. They'll get down a little bit, but, you know, a couple points, you know, sometimes all it takes a big hit, and you get it. Cavaliers felt like I think they should have gotten one of those earlier that was called a reach over. Bowie contesting this one right now. Well, 19-16, Cavaliers now on the serve. Again, I don't know the rules enough. Bobby's going to have to teach me some of these things. I'm going to have to read a book, reading a bunch of stuff, but some of those I don't completely fully understand yet. 3-point lead, Eklund on the serve, a low pass off the first touch at her feet, crossed and cuts it. Received by Eklund, the passer to Chams. Chams sends a deep court, and James Wheeler taking over the set. Steady as we go for the Cavaliers. And a 4-point lead, trying to finish off set 3, and we can go home and call it a night, folks. 4-point lead, Eklund at her feet, line drives it, middle of the floor. Ooh, almost an ace. And a touch here on the last touch by Batista. Hit to the outside. Matty pumps it over. Covered up down the line. Set here to the left side. Swing on over. Eklund with a set in the middle. Here comes Chams. Chams again. Chams, Chams, Chams. It's all about Chams. I mean, and that's the advantage of a pinheader, too, there, like Chams is. You know, her and Claymeyer are going to have every chance to eat. You know, when your team needs you. You know, everybody, I mean, this Cavalier team does a great job distributing the ball all around. And we've got a timeout called on the floor, 21-16. Wheeler taking over in set 3. And that's a nice part of when, you know, these seniors have been here before. Seniors have been through a lot of big games. And this is one that's really good to get your upperclassmen involved, to try to incorporate them into this mix. And yeah, Jam's going to be on the floor regardless, but it's really good to see that kid's particular setup. Ooh, blocked him. That came off. The ball. We got a tennis ball that came from behind during the play. Wasn't me. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. It was not me. I wouldn't throw one out there. Not that crazy. 21-16. We'll do this one again. Set here to the outside. Blocked off the block. Received by Claymeyer. Set here by Mac Eklund around the attack line. Chams with a touch over. 5-point lead for the Cavaliers. Here comes the attack by Bowie. There to save it is Matty. Bumps it up as Eklund. Here comes Claymeyer back row. Tipped off the block. Received deep middle. Set here to the outside. Touched by Crossley. Pumped up in the air. Ooh. You had Erie and Wheeler there left side of the net for the Cavaliers on the strike on the right side by Bowie. A good tip up, but that falls to the floor and a point for the Bulldogs. 21-17, a line drive received at Wheeler. Down the line, set by Eklund. Will go down a chance with a give and go. Pumped it back with the left hand. Blocked back to the Cavaliers. Maddie falling backwards and hitting it with two hands. Hit to the left side. Over two blockers. Wheeler straight up in the air. Cohen back across the other way. Maddie sends it deep corner. Good cover by the libero. And the third touch on over here for the Dogs. Eklund trying to contest that ball, blocked back. They'll say reach over. I don't know. Well, 18-21. The Cavaliers still lead by 3. And we'll have a timeout called by Miguel Sainz. I believe his coach at Regents previously before he's at Bowie the last 4 years. 21-18. Why don't we get a little scoreboard update? Check in on how Leah Mulkey's doing. Rice actually leading 20-17 in set 3. Old Miss taking the first set tonight. Again, that game's in Houston. So any Cavalier fans want to drop over to Houston tomorrow and surprise Leah Mulkey, they're playing at 1:30 against McNeese State. And Skylar Besh playing tomorrow as well. That game may be on TV from what I understand. I don't know the exact listings. I am not a TV guy. Sometimes I am, but I don't even watch TV anymore. It's poisonous for you. All right, 21-18. Enough of my commentary. Rambling about my personal life. 21-18, Cavaliers lead by 3. Send to Claymire. Eklund with a set. Hit on over. Wheeler punches it over. Bumped up by Batista. Hit on the right side. Ooh. Maddie trying to keep that one up in the air on the first touch on the right side. And that one spins away. It's 19-21. Actually, 21-19. Cavaliers still lead, but Bowie making a little run here. This is a Bowie team that swept Hayes without Ryan Torres. Claymire's pass high, set up in the air. Eklund sets it. Hit on over by Jams from the right side and retreats back left. Ooh, spinner. Saved by Eklund. Cohen trying to dive out for that one, but good effort though. 21-20. Cavaliers lead. But Bowie rallying here late. Overhand serve received by Cohen, set by Eklund. Hit to the right side. Hit on over by the Cavaliers. Straight up in the air, set by Bowie. Two-handed punch across, and that's an error. An error on Bowie. Can't afford to make those late in the ball game against a great team like the Cavaliers. 22-20. Rio here on the serve for the Cavaliers. Everybody really up here for Bowie. They've scouted Cavaliers pretty good. Here to the left side and tipped off the block. It's okay. Good. 22-21. 20. Now a 22-21 lead for the Cavaliers. Bowie trying to tie it. They'll serve it short. Receive Claymire. Set by Eklund. Claymire slaps it deep. Oop, up in the air. Way out of play. Now the third touch as Bowie scrambles to the net. Attack opportunity. Set by Eklund. Hit by Erie. The tip. That's a net violation. Or they call that a double? Or, well, I don't know what the hell. 23-21. Problem is we're really close to the net, so sometimes it's tough to see just about everything. Erie going to be on the serve for the Cavaliers. Sends it deep. Set here from the middle. Here to the right side. Maya Johnson cuts it. Eklund, that goes off the ceiling and drops straight down. 23-22. Again, this is never easy. It's never easy, but the emotion at this moment, and man, this should get the Cavaliers revved. Into the net. Into the net. On the serve. A costly error for the Bulldogs. One that you can't make against a good team, but they're going to have a chance for Watts. Maybe she can get the fourth ace here. And launches it down the line. Overpass. Back here to the Cavaliers side. Watts sets it. Rudick hits it. Middle of the floor. Set it. Bumped around. Hit on over here to the Cavaliers side. Watts sends it. Here comes Claymire. It finishes the match. Cavaliers win. Cavaliers win. And finish it 3-set to none. Kind of sloppy at times. A little all around, but, Cavaliers needing to get the points when they need to and finish 25-22. So we go 25-15, 25-22, 25-22, sets 1, 2, and 3. Wow. Well, I mean, it kind of is what you would expect. Up and down game for the most part. They played strong in the first set. Cavaliers get some separation in the second. Contested pretty well for the most part, I thought, throughout the match. And, you got some other kids there in set 2. Yeah, some mixed results, but, day to day. Let's just get through each game. Just get through each of them. And Cavaliers playing pretty strong, and 3-set-to-none win for the Cavaliers. And a solid night. McKenna Eklund, she came in as a right side. I'm really surprised at just how versatile she is. Can play a little back row, hit sets, now coming off the serve a little bit. And, I mean, it's, Cavaliers got a lot of different options. Easy there, Alice. I was just joking here with Alice. But, see if Coach Bourne's got a moment. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, Capital Title and Keller Williams Realty. Try to update all of our scoreboard stuff. So 25-22 our final in set 3. Cavaliers winning 3-0 against the Bulldogs. Get our tweet out. See if we can gather Coach Bourne and just try to, I just kind of want to understand what that transition was like from, your highest emotional experience to, hey, we got to play again. Because, it felt like more than just a playoff game on Tuesday. I mean, it's such a hard thing to do that next game out. And this looked like kind of a trap game. I didn't think Bowie had just enough in the arsenal to upset this team. I knew they'd give them a pretty good fight for the most part. But, hey, good win for Lake Travis tonight. It played a pretty strong, really good early start. Trying to highlight some of the other kids that did well. Claymeyer responded when she needed to. An up-and-down night for Erie after probably the best game of her career. Cohen really putting on some. Keely Hamilton doing well again. Again, another great pin hitter for this team that's doing well. And Jams finishing off. Maddie, came up with some big hits here and there and some blocks. So, there's nothing really negative about tonight at all whatsoever. So, we're going to take a break, see if we can gather Coach and see if that's it for the night. Cavaliers next ball game as we check out our schedule, bring that on over. Here onto your screen, you'll see Cavaliers sub-varsity going to go to a tournament, the LT Invitational, that's the LT Invitational sub-varsity tournament. We've got Ann Richards coming up at home and Aikens on Tuesday and Friday. Those games will not be broadcast. I may decide just to come by Friday and do it anyway. We're not contracted for them, but guys, these games are so much fun. And, anything here for Lake Travis. So we'll take a timeout, see if we can talk with Coach Bourne. You're listening to Lake Travis Cavalier Volleyball on KMAX Sports, winning 3-0 here in a win against Bowie at Bowie tonight. Good win on the road for the Cavaliers. We'll be right back.
At Austin Pets Alive, the mission is to promote and provide the resources, education, and programs needed to eliminate the killing of companion animals. That means more happy pets joining more happy families every single day. In fact, Austin Pets Alive has saved more than 25,000 dogs and cats since 2008. And you can help. Adopt a new family member, help out with a donation, or roll up your sleeves and volunteer. If you have love, time, or money to spare, we all have at least one of those, you're needed. Visit AustinPetsAlive.com to get started. Austin Pets Alive, helping people help pets.
Do you love the game of football? Wish you could be part of the action? Then become a football official. The Austin Football Officials Association is actively seeking new members to officiate games all across Central Texas. The Austin Football Chapter of TASO, the Texas Association of Sports Officials, provides a 2-year training program for new members. Taught by a crew of veteran officials, these training classes meet each Monday night from July through November and include classroom and on-field instruction. You don't need to be an ex-player or a coach to become a great official and have a memorable officiating career. As our officials will tell you, working around student athletes at all levels of football is gratifying. Plus, you'll develop lifelong friendships with other officials who share your passion for the game. Officiating football is a great way to get into and stay in shape, be a positive role model for student athletes, retain your competitive edge, and earn additional income. Visit the Austin Football Officials Association online at afoa.ws for more information. That's afoa.ws.
Vype Media is the state's most comprehensive high school sports media outlet, covering UIL, private schools. Vype has been in Texas for over a decade. Visit their website at Vype, VYPE-Texas.com. And also pick up your Vype magazine today. Get in the game with Vype Media.
From West Texas all the way to the bayou and all points in between.
I saw miles and miles of Texas.
This is the KMAX Sports Network, bringing your teams to you.
We hope you're enjoying tonight's broadcast. And while all of us at the KMAX Sports Network are huge football fans, we broadcast more than just football, you know. In fact, KMAX Sports proudly broadcasts volleyball, girls and boys basketball, softball, baseball, soccer, lacrosse, and more. For more information on how you can help KMAX Sports broadcast any of those sports, just reach out to Chuck at KMAXSports.com or Merle at KMAXSports.com, or contact that sports booster club directly. KMAX Sports will gladly work with you and the booster clubs to get that team's broadcasts on the air. And if you're a fan of the other team, well, we can broadcast your team's games too. We realize that, yes, even in Texas, there's more to life than just football. KMAX Sports, bringing your teams to you for 14 years.
Follow all the game day action right on our Twitter feed at KMAX Sports.
And welcome back, Cavalier fans. I think that is going to wrap things up for tonight. I think the Cavaliers taking on Bowie in football tonight and trying to get out to Berger to go out and watch that game. But we'll catch up with Coach later on. Cavaliers going to be taking on Ann Richards and Aikens. And, Cavaliers move on to 7-0 in district play. They're shutting the lights off, saying, get out of here. So we will hustle out. I will hustle home. Thank you again so much for joining us. Great win by the Cavaliers. 7-0 lead. Or, 7-0 in district play. 7-0, man. 7-0. It's great. So, boy, what haven't we said? So, thank you so much to Les Clary, our QA and producer. I think everybody hustling to go watch some LT football. I'm going to call it a night. So, that'll wrap things up here. Thank you so much for joining us. Hello to the Wheeler family listening out in Virginia. If you're still listening with us, boy, you're dedicated. You're absolutely hanging on to the very end. But Mike Inwood signing off here from Bowie in the sideline. Cavaliers win, Cavaliers win, Cavaliers win. Our siren song we sing. And best of luck here to the football squad tonight. It's very an honor here to be for Lake Travis. Thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Mike Inwood saying so long. We'll see you at the next one. Good night, everybody.